Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have this 2023 Acura TLX and we're going to do the side chrome delete installation for this vehicle. So as you can see, this is how it looks before doing the installation on the side chrome panels, and this is how it looks after the installation. So we use the gloss black material, that way it matches the color of the pillars, and also it gives it a sportier look to the vehicle. If you like the product, the link for the product will be down below. But with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. All you need to do is make sure you prep the panel. So what you need would be water, baby shampoo inside a spray bottle. Once you have your solution, spray it onto a clean microfiber towel and just start removing any contaminants that the panel may have. Make sure there's no dirt or any coating on the panel. And once you're done cleaning off the chrome, make sure everything is completely dry. That way the adhesive on the film is able to stick to the panel. So when it comes to figuring out which piece goes where on the vehicle, this piece here, the piece for the quarter panel, and this whole section here is for the driver's side. There is going to be another section for the passenger side, but with this one we're just doing the installation for the driver. So this one is for the driver's side of the quarter panel. This piece here, which is the longest piece of the kit, is for the front door on the top section of the panel. The piece underneath it is more shorter. This piece would be for the rear door piece. So for the rear top piece. So these two are the top pieces for the doors, and these two are the lower sections. So this other long piece right here would be for the front door. The more shorter piece would be for the lower rear door. So we're going to start with the first piece, which is the longest piece for the front top piece. So once the panel is prepped and ready for the installation, you would go ahead and grab the first piece, which, like I mentioned, will be the top section of the front door. So just align it right on the edge and use the lower half of the panel as the guide to align the film. So just follow along. Make sure you're covering the chrome, and if you need to lift to adjust it and to align it, you can. Just lift it carefully so you don't accidentally rip the film. Make sure you reach up to the edge here. Make sure you tack it down, open the door, and just start removing any air that's in the middle section of the panel here. And then start on the curve, tack it down, just to cover the top section of the chrome. You only need to cover a little bit because the chrome only goes up to around the edge, and then everything else will be excess material. We just provide a little bit more excess material that we have more room to work with. Once it's tacked down, grab your blade and just trim off the excess material. Take your time when you're doing this step. You don't have to rush it. Just make sure when you're trimming, you only trim off what you don't need. Everything else, make sure to stay, just so it covers the chrome panel. And make sure to remove the excess material at the edge. So once you finish trimming off the film, the last thing to do would be to apply heat. That way we help the adhesive on the film activate faster and it sticks to the panel more faster. And the same steps that we did here, you would just rinse and repeat for the remaining three pieces that we were missing here. So just start from one end, align it, tack it down. For the lower pieces, use the lower half of the panel to guide the film and align it. And you would just trim off the excess material. This one, same thing as the top. One edge, end it here, and trim off, and then apply heat. So apply heat to seal the film. So the next piece would be the piece that's underneath this piece here on the kit. So once you grab it, just align the film and just follow the design like how we did over here. It's just the same steps. Once you finish aligning it, we will tack it down with our squeegee to remove any air bubbles. And then once you're finished removing the air, you will trim off the excess material. Okay, so now we move on to the piece that's underneath that piece there. So this piece will be underneath that piece that we installed. So same thing, align it on the edge, give yourself enough material, and use the lower half of the panel to guide the film. And basically same steps. Once you finish aligning it, tack it down with your squeegee, remove any air bubbles, and then you will trim off the excess material on the top. Trim off excess material. find the gap. Make an outline with your fingers so you have an idea of where the chrome and the rubber meet. And then just start removing the excess material. Once we're done placing the film and trimming off the excess material, apply heat. And then you would just rinse and repeat the same steps we did for this one to the rear panel. Okay, so for the quarter panel, all you need to do is align the piece to the edge of the chrome, and everything else should just fall into place. And this one, just make sure you're aligning to this section, that way it has coverage here, and that should cover everything here. And all you need to do is just grab your squeegee, start tacking down the film. And we're going to apply a little bit of heat all around the film just to help it tack down before we trim off any extra material, and just help it tack down on the curve as well. So apply heat just to tack down the film, just a little bit. Grab your squeegee and just start squeegeeing down the film once again. And now we will have an idea of where we're going to need to trim the film, because now we'll have a little bit of extra material to trim off. Okay, so before you trim off the excess material, create a small outline. That way you have an idea of where we're going to need to trim. So now that we created the outline, you can start removing the excess material. And just take your time when you're doing this. You don't need to rush the process. You can start wherever, just as long as you make sure you don't accidentally expose the chrome. And then once you finish trimming, just apply heat one more time, just to help tack down the film that we lifted and trimmed off. And then once you're done with this step, you can move on with the final step, which would be post-heating the entire film. So once you finish installing the whole kit, the last thing to do would be to apply heat all around the film. That way we help the adhesive activate faster. So just make sure, grab your heat gun, secure all the edges of the film and anywhere else where the film is still lifting. And then once you're done with this step, you're done with the installation. Thank you for choosing Bogar Tech Design. As a small business, your support means everything to us. If you loved your product, please drop a review. If you have questions or issues, don't forget to message us via email. Once again, thank you so much for the support from our family to yours. Okay, so that concludes the installation video for the side chrome delete installation for the 2023 Acura TLX. We hope that this video helped you guys out with the installation. If it did, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.